Hello, folks! So, it's a sequel to you guys' favorite episode, Territory of the Low IQs. And I think I might actually have a lot to talk about in this one. So, let's go through some ground rules real quick. Rule number 1, I'm not going to say any names of any of the people. And 2, no little kids, because it's just not fair. They can't really help doing what they do, so... And also, I might want to get this out of the way real quick. I don't know if I might get a little angry in this episode. Just want to make sure that you guys know that ahead of time so you can be prepared, but I may or may not be getting a little upset later on. But anyways, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright. So, there's this one kid who used to suck butt. Like, it wasn't even funny. He sucked so much. Hell, he sucked so much even he hated himself. Like, everybody around him hated him. He got expelled. He's such a freaking loser. And rightfully so, because he does not deserve all the fame that he gets. And as you can imagine, he was also a dumbass. Now let's talk about the difference real quick. The difference between asshole and dumbass, okay? An asshole is someone who's mean. And a dumbass is somebody who doesn't know a lot of stuff. This guy was a dumbass and an asshole. But of course, sometimes we don't care about the scientific definition of these words, so we just say, oh, you dumbass, when really he's an asshole, or vice versa. It's like in that one episode of Angry Video Game Nerd when he was holding the virtual boy up to his face, and he was like, you don't want to wear this thing in public anyway. You look like an asshole. I like how he says asshole instead of dumbass, because yeah, it makes it funny, okay? It makes it funny. Technically he should have said dumbass, but he said asshole, and I'm swearing a lot, am I? Anyways, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. We need to get back on track. So why was this guy such an idiot? Well, okay. He got upset over the smallest crap. Also, he would shove random people around for no reason at all. And, and what I mean by when he gets upset by the smallest crap, if there was, like, something on the screen on the smartboard when we were watching something, he would get his ass up and be like, hey! Yeah, screw this idiot. Nobody liked him. Well, let's talk about the dumbass side of this kid. Okay, now, look, we all have disabilities, and we all do things differently, and some of us can't help being dumb, I get that. But, nothing says dumbass quite like a guy who spits in a cup of water that we're using for a science experiment. Really? Holy damn! It's interesting and fascinating how the human brain works. Like, I'm impressed that you do not do that. Not even the devil does that. Okay, well, maybe he does, but well, if the devil were real, which I don't know if he is or not, but that's not the case. Who the hell spits in a... If you need to spit, go in the sink or something. This is science class, after all. Go in the sink and wash it down. Don't you spit in the freaking cup. He didn't know how to spell bird, which is already a bad sign, like, right there. I once cussed him out because he yanked the phone out of my best friend's hand. That's where I can't tolerate this idiot anymore. Now, I cuss on this channel, sure, but I'm trying to be generous and leave the major cuss words out. We're going to try to keep us a PG-13 environment. So no F word or anything like that. Well, technically you can't say the F word in a PG movie, but you only say it once, and you can't say it when for referring to sex. So yeah. But anyways, so yeah, that was that kid, and I cussed him out, rightfully so, because he's such a bitch. But anyways, on with the episode. Alright. Now, man, we're already 5 minutes in. This is going to be a long episode, isn't it? Okay, well, okay, where should I go? What should I do next? How about we do this? So, there's this one guy who didn't know how to mind his own damn business. And, he would often come up to me and be like, dude, don't put your feet in the chair. And I'm like, damn, dude, mind your own beeswax. I didn't actually say that, but I should have. He does not know how to get in out of other people's space. And one time I was talking to myself, because, you know, people that have autism do that. And so that's what I was doing. And he's like, dude, don't talk to yourself. And I'm like, hey, dumbass, it's called autism. That's what the school is meant for, isn't it? I mean, I didn't actually say that, but jeez, man. Jeez. Nobody needs your smart ass in their face. Okay. Let's cool down for a second. Alright. This is where the crap really hits the fan. Alright. So, yes, these two losers are not in my life anymore. Praise God for that. I mean, the guy who didn't know how to mind his own business was not that much of an asshole, but the other kid was definitely a piece of crap. But let's talk about the flirting. Oh boy. This is going to be a long episode, isn't it? I think I already said that, but now it's going to be a really long episode. I mean, it might not be that long. We'll try to keep things moving. So, all right. So, oh my God. Okay, sorry, there was something on my hand. All right. So, where should I start? Okay, so apparently I'm pretty good looking. I didn't actually know that until 10th grade. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I need to get back on track. Okay, so I used to think that I was too dorky for anybody to date anybody, but apparently not. Okay, look, like I said earlier, we're not gonna say any names of any of these people, but oh man, I don't even know where to begin. Okay, let's go. So let's start in 10th grade. So, boy. Okay, so in 10th grade, man, I really don't want to talk about this because it might make me cringe, but let's get it over with, okay? So 2 girls came and sat next to me in history class, and you might be thinking, well, Kale, don't they have assigned seats? Nope. I mean, well, they kind of do, but the teacher wasn't that strict on where we sat. I was just on the floor watching a movie or a video or whatever, and they just came and sat next to me, which at first was pretty lit. And, it started out good, a little bit of this. They started to flirt a little. But as time went on, they lost interest in me and just moved on. I think I might have done something that upset them. But I don't give a crap, because they're the ones that are doing crap to me. So it's what I like to call revenge. And, yeah. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. I've had about 3 girls that have flirted with me. 3! Holy hell! I didn't know I was that good looking. But no, that's not the point. And maybe even 4 if you count the teacher. That's right! The teacher had a crush on me. I mean, that's not confirmed yet, but she kind of acted like she did, so cut it out! I don't want a girlfriend right now. Ugh. Well, anyways. Yeah, so, alright, maybe this episode won't be as long as I thought it would be, but okay, let's go back to the 10th grade situation real quick. So, the chick that was flirting with me was, like, being all mean and crap, because I did something to her best friend, and, which I already apologized for, by the way. That's right, I already apologized my ass to this one girl. And, so, okay, problem solved. Well, no! She still kept whining about this crap, and, how's it any of your business? I didn't do anything to you. And so, I told my mom, and she told the principal, and that took care of that situation. However, let me tell you one more situation. Now, this one's interesting, actually. Alright, so so those other 2 girls were out the window, but there was a 3rd girl, and okay, I need to quit losing my train of thought. Okay, so now I'm not going to say any names, but we were friends, and I asked her if she wanted to give me her phone number, and she did. So, okay then. Expect me to call you or text you or something. Don't just give me your phone number and think I'm not going to do a damn thing. Well, anyway, so I texted her. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" or something like that. And this is where things really get interesting. In fact, I got a whole story based on this one event, and I'm going to pull it up right now. Let me see here. Okay. Now I can't see myself recording, but I have this notepad pulled up of this whole event, and it's pretty momentous. Like, holy hell. Okay, I don't really need to see myself, so let's just... Alright. Whew, now, I'm gonna try not to say any of the names of these people. I hope I don't slip up and accidentally say them. Crap, I should have done this before I started the video, shouldn't I? Okay, just pay real close attention to what you're doing, Kale. Okay, let me read what it says, but I'm not going to say any of the names of the people. This is a text conversation that occurred September 27th, 2017 between Kale and an unknown human being. The person texted Kale first after Kale had texted one of his friends in which the mysterious person knew. There were swear words in this conversation, so we will mute those out. Enjoy the document. Alright, I call this Kale versus the Unknown, and it's pretty friggin' interesting. Created September 27, 2017. Created by me. The unknown person at 5 5:48 p.m. says, you need to leave so-and-so alone and f*** off, or you'll be beating me. And I'm, holy damn! You think you got some balls, huh? Oh, boy. That's, yeah. Not a good idea, buddy. Alright. And then I say at 5:49 p.m. I'm like, what the frick? Who is this? The unknown person is like at 5:50 p.m. He's like, don't worry about it. 5:51 p.m. I'm like, no. You tell me who you are. 5:51 p.m. He's like, just stay away. 5:51 p.m. I was like, are you her dad or something? And this guy was like, at 5:53 he was like, no, don't worry about who I am. I got my eye on you, though. You don't see me. You don't see who I am at all. Well, anyways, that's not the point. So, at 5:54, I was like, just so you know, I feel slightly threatened right now, and I will report this to my mom. You might get in some serious trouble. If this is so-and-so, then I'm not trying to be a douche, but for real, I was only saying hi to so-and-so. Do not threaten me again. Oh, and at 5:58, I was like, you don't scare me in the slightest. Okay, that one was on me. That was my bad. I said I felt slightly threatened, but then I was like, oh, you don't scare me in the slightest. But anyways, unknown person at 6:02, he was like, here's the thing. I'm not trying to threaten you or scare you. I'm here to tell you to please stop texting her and talking to her. Now, okay, here's where I'm like, at 6:43. The whole "f*** off or you'll be beating me" seems like a threat to me. And at 6:04, I was like, I won't text so-and-so if that'll make you happy. And, at 6:04, he's like, well, if you stay away, then you won't have to worry about that. And, man, you think you got some balls, huh? Oh, wait, I said that earlier, didn't I? Anyways, this is just hilarious. Like, you think messing with me is a good idea. Man, forget the other kids. This is the real king of dumbasses here. Well, that other kid was more of a dumbass probably, but that's not the point. Let's get back on track. Where are we? Okay, 6:05, I was like, okay, seriously, who in the hell are you? You're getting me curious. And, he says, Jake Mehoff at 6:07. If you don't know what that means, I'm not going to tell you. But, anyways, we're moving on. So I sent him a question mark at 6:07. At 6:09, I was like, okay, listen, I have had issues with texting girls in the past, and I don't want to get in the same problem with so-and-so, so I will cut the crap. When I see her tomorrow in class, I'm going to ask her what is going on. And then at 6:11, he's like, I know you have, I have, that's why I don't want you texting her. And then at 6:12, I'm like, wait a minute, how'd you know that? Okay, then I try to call the person, but I can't understand what he or she is saying, so I just hung up after about 25 seconds. And then he sends me another text at 6:16. He's like, so-and-so tells me stuff. And, sorry, I lost my train of thought. At 6:17, and this is getting really long, isn't it? I didn't mean for the video to be this long, but anyways. So, at 6:17, he's like, I'm like, I couldn't understand what you were saying, and I can tell that you're not so-and-so. What stuff has so-and-so been saying about me, and how do you know about my girl issues from the past? At 6:26, 9 minutes after, I was like, yo, you still there? And the unknown person at 9:26 p.m., 3 hours after that, was like, yeah. At 9:27, I was like, I cannot talk to you anymore. Do not talk to me either. Goodbye. And this is where the conversation ends due to Kale blocking the number. This unknown person is still unknown, but more likely it was a male. Okay, that took me longer than I thought. Alright. Oh, holy crap, 20 minutes? Okay. Well, this is quite a marathon, isn't it? Alright, we need to wrap things up. So yeah. Dumbass. I know a lot of you guys think that you have the upper hand when you're texting somebody or leaving a comment on somebody and you think you can be all tough and crap. But boy, did this guy learn a lesson. So I told my mom, and at the second she came into the door after coming home from work or whatever, I was like, okay, Mom, you need to see this. And I showed her the whole Kill versus the Unknown thing, and she reported it to the principal immediately. And she calls the guy himself, and she's like, just so you know, I reported Miss So-and-so, and do not call my son again. Well, it wasn't quite worded like that, but you should know she's upset. And I am too. Boy. Not smart. Not smart. Out of all people you could have screwed with, why did you choose me? Boy. Well, anyways, this was 2 years ago, so... But I knew this was going to be a long episode, but I didn't know it was going to be this long, so... But anyways, let's stop the episode now. So, that was this episode. The next episode won't be nearly as long, but anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.